So first of all, just how's it feel to be back here in Gwinnett, somewhere you haven't been in a little bit?
It's warm. Yeah, summer's here. No, it feels good. Being close to home, I got a lot of family members. Super excited. Obviously, a lot of fans are excited that I'm back, and I'm excited to once I get done here, get that opportunity to get back out there and go out there and work.
How have you just been feeling physically? How do you feel like you are right now, where you're at?
I'm still building right now, but I'm in a much better place than I was towards the end of last year. Outside of baseball, my physical health, I feel tremendously better each and every day. Just everyday life stuff, being able to get up out of bed and not hurt and things like that, which is really where I was going for process of just getting healthy, and I'm working on getting back off the mound, getting in mechanical things, trusting my body, and I've slowly been able to do that over the last month or so, and feeling pretty comfortable about where I'm going to be here in about a week or two.
So that I was just going to ask. So when you're talking about building up, when do you feel like you would be ready if the Braves?
Through this entire process, I've let my body kind of tell me when I need to push it and when I can push it, and how comfortable mentally I can push it, because physically I feel good, and just taking it baby steps at a time, and I've been able to build up slowly, kind of like a plan.
What do you need to see from yourself physically to feel like you're ready?
I don't know. Lots of swings and misses, lots of strikeouts, and just going out there and watching the ball or feeling the ball come out of my hand like I'm used to. And like I said, I don't feel like I'm too far away from that.
Velocity-wise, do you feel pretty good about where you're trending?
It's definitely trending up. I learned last year, though, when it comes to velocity, the velocity itself really doesn't matter as much as how I use the plane on my pitches. Masking my pitches, going out there. I don't throw 100 miles an hour anymore, so I can't go out there and just try to throw it by everybody. So it's actually taking the mindset of being a pitcher and using my pitches to get guys out. I learned last year that I can do that with a fastball that's started off last year. I was throwing 90, 91 miles an hour, and I got off to a pretty good start just because I was trusting the ability of my pitches, and instead of trying to do too much. I think at times when you look at the radar gun, you can start trusting velocity and get away from what actually get guys out, which is how you cover pitches up over each other, how you attack certain zones, things like that. I'd say I don't feel like I can't get my fastball up there a little bit. I feel like physically I can get it up there, but at the same time, having that the mindset that I'm pitching, and I'm not going to throw it by any of these guys. All these guys are professional hitters. They can time up 100 mile an hour fastball. That's not what gets guys out. It's where you throw it and how you set it up.
Could you just tell us a little like how this reunion came about, as far as if Alex called you guys, if you guys called Alex, just how all that came together?
It was pretty. Like I said earlier in the offseason, I really wasn't worried about where I was going to go as much as getting healthy, and I knew if I could get my body healthy, I still have the ability to get out there and get guys out and then continue my career, and that's where I was for the majority of the offseason, and there wasn't a lot of suitors out there that I felt comfortable going to, and with Atlanta being so close to home, it was definitely the option that played out the best.
Craig, back in the day, you were the guy that would come in the 8th or 9th inning. Is that just how you would envision yourself? Obviously, anywhere they want you, or you look at yourself kind of as that middle setup guy?
I'm gonna view my opportunities as they're given to me, right? I think in the game of baseball, we fall into roles because of success. A guy becomes an 8th inning guy because he goes out there and he's successful at getting those outs. A guy becomes a closer because he can go out there and do it more times than not, and if he doesn't, be able to come back and do it the next night, right? So I'm just going to run with the opportunity that I got, go and get the outs that I can get, and I feel like as long as I do that, those roles, those opportunities will just play into themselves.
Craig, you've had an incredible career. What keeps you going, though? You could have at any point decided to hang up, but you still want to pitch. What keeps you kind of motivated to keep rolling here?
There's a lot of things. I think I could physically still do it. I think towards the end of last year, I kind of questioned that, but where I sit today, I strongly believe I can still pitch at this level and or pitch at the big league level and do it with success. And I'm not coming back because I think I can just do okay. I still feel like I can do great things, and that's why I'm here.
What did you do specifically this offseason to really make you feel your best self right now?
I just really reset. Understood some of the things I was struggling with. Had certain therapies and treatments to do that. A lot of that took time off. Letting things heal. I got into a point last year where I was just trying to push through it, and sometimes when you push through things, you aggravate other areas of your body. And my body just broke down, and I'm building my body back up, and I got my legs back under me. I feel stronger than I have in quite a few years, and just that in itself gives me pretty good confidence that things are gonna be good.
I feel like it's kind of almost like full circle for you. You were drafted by the Braves, started here, had great success, and now you're coming back trying to kind of revive it and keep that going.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a great story. I'm back here. I'm back here in Atlanta. This is where I started, but this is just kind of how it played out. I'm not coming back here for a last hurrah or trying to have one more good year. I think I view this offseason as having a reset because I feel like I can still do this, and not just for this year, but a couple more years.
A couple more years. So was it important for you when you were looking at teams too to see possible maybe like their contenders, playoff teams, things like that?
Absolutely. I mean, I wasn't going to go play for someone who doesn't want to win. I don't know how to play that kind of baseball, especially coming out of the bullpen. You asked me what brought me back is the opportunity to compete and the opportunity to win. I didn't come back to try to get more saves. I didn't try to come back to add to my numbers or anything like that. I've come back to play baseball to win baseball games and be a part of a competitive ball club and a competitive organization. And Atlanta's one of them.
Craig, obviously when this team traded you, it was going through a huge rebuild process, and you see what's happened. However, obviously you've been part of a lot of good teams and organizations since, but as you watch, what do you just think of what this organization has become since then?
It's changed a lot. Facilities have changed. There's been a lot of winning baseball in the last 10 years. There was some losing baseball there at the beginning of it, but you could see their process, able to put good teams on the field and compete each and every year. I think what they've done in the new ballpark is special. It's a lot more fan friendly experience than Turner Field was. Even though growing up and visiting Turner Field and getting to experience playing there for so many years is special to me. I think it's going to be pretty cool to put that uniform back on and do it in a new venue that they have. And I think the league kind of looks at what Atlanta has done in their new ballpark and been able to build everything around it. I think it's become a staple of what a lot of organizations want, and they've done a great job with it.
Did you ever think you'd be back?
I don't know. I mean, that's a hard question. I think it was really cool. I grew up a Braves fan. I got to experience the first part of my career as a Brave, and I got to do it really well. With being traded away, they gave me a lot of opportunities. I got to be in places that I needed to be at certain times, and gave me an opportunity to win a World Series. And if I was never traded away from Atlanta, those things may have never happened.
When you think about when that moment comes, when they call you up, just what will it mean to you with everything that you've gone through and accomplished to get back to that moment?
Well, it's going to be exciting. I get excited every time that I get a chance to go out there and compete on a big league field, and it's going to be an exciting moment. Probably going to be a little bit more exciting that first time because it's been quite a while since I've been out there, and just going to go out there and get guys out.
Obviously, you have a lot of experience. Oftentimes veterans, are on a pitching staff. They can, give the younger guys some of that sort of like coach on the team sort of thing. Do you feel like that's a role that you can probably play too with the younger guys.
Yeah, I've been doing that for many, many years. I mean, I think if you're in this game for long enough, you just kind of fall into that. You know, you have success in this game. Guys want to know why, and part of having it is you have to figure out why you have success at the same time. So, being able to share those things, and you know, honestly, I learn from every guy that's around me as well. You know, everybody has a different approach, a different mentality, and this game changes a lot. So, you know, keeping your mind on what works and what doesn't work as this game changes. You know, that's very helpful for everyone. Not just me sharing that with younger guys, but younger guys sharing with them how they view the game as well.
Has there been like a mentor or someone that specifically kind of helped you to get to where you are right now?
I would say probably each and every teammate, each and every coach. You know, trainers, and you know, everyone I've worked with over my career has impacted what I've been able to do. You know, a lot of times as a player we get a lot of personal credit, but there's a lot of things that we can't do it without a lot of other people. Let it be guys on the field, our catchers, our family. You know, we go out here and play a game, but we're also men who have families at home and struggles at home and things that need to be taken care of outside of this game. And the more people that you have to help you do that, the more confident and more comfortable you can be coming out here and playing a game for a living.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Appreciate it.